we golden, guys? Right, just gonna... Nah, should be good. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna check to see if my stream is all currently good. Sounds good. It's just a little thing that I do to make me feel better in knowing that it's working. Okay. So, last time out, guys, unfortunately my game crashed, and then there was like a major Wi-Fi problem. So we were gonna do it yesterday, but there was other things that came into play. So we are back with Death Stranding. We're gonna go straight back into it. Basically, as I say, my game completely crashed out because there was a Wi-Fi issue. And then the Wi-Fi was cut off for for the night it was a problem. So it kind of cut us off at weird points. So I do apologise for that. Right. Take on orders for which Sam's services in particular have been requested. Okay. Construction post box. See what this one's all about first.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
All right. Let's go.
Order assigned. Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Okay, so we already built a post box there. A path you laid down was used by someone. Cool. So, we need to go to this area to build a post box. And then we'll go for the main mission. Oops. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Okay. Let's not fall off any cliffs again. When a piece of cargo is damaged, its impact band turns from yellow to red, which means basically the more it gets damaged, the less successful you'll be, or you'll have to restart the mission, I'm guessing. Okay, we need to build a post box over here.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Hold the right D-pad and press the right analog stick to equip the PCC and select the post box. Use L2 to select the location for the post box and press R2 to build it. Try to find a space free of boulders or other obstructions. Okay. Awesome.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you. Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Okay. So we need to head over there. So on the map, it is literally... So we can't fast travel there. So what we're having to do is go this whole way through there. It's okay. We will run there.
someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught. Sam, don't get too close to mule territory unless you have to. Focus on your deliveries for now.
Don't know what a mule is, and we had no weapon, and we were just surrounded by them. Okay. So I have no idea what the mules are all about. I guess it's a learning curve. We would have been fucked if they didn't disappear for whatever reason that they did. Using cryptobiotes to restore blood levels. Losing too much blood will cause your movements to become sluggish and make it harder to keep your balance. Eating cryptobiotes will rapidly restore your blood levels. So that's where we need to head to. So we're on the right track here. Okay, so we literally only need to go there. See, if we had a weapon when we encountered the mules, we probably would have had a more reasonable chance of, well, defending ourselves. But luckily, like he's just said, they're not going to attack when there is what the fuck does that mean? So I need to remember how to hold my breath. Just because we haven't played it in a while. Well, say a while, say 2 days, but it's just remembering what we need to do. Excuse me. So, we need to obviously hold the breath when we're near the... I always forget what they are. The entities, anyway. Holding your breath. There you go. When near a BT, R1 hold breath. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we're out of sight of the entities. Good stuff. So when it goes into that mode and it's like we're underwater, it's when we see these entities. Yeah, if I go back on the manual bit, we didn't read this before. So Frame Arms Bayako. Frame Arms was a series of original plastic robot figurines created by Koto Bakiya, one of Japan's premier manufacturers of plastic models. Each robot shares the same basic frame architecture with different external parts being attached to create an individual mechanoid even. The Byakko in brackets White Tiger figure is a rare masterpiece based on one of Yoji Shinjikawa's designs. The fully realized world and captivating story behind the Frame Arms series won it many dedicated fans. Alright, so that is the memory chip we picked up in the last stream. We want the manual, don't we? So, what are these entities called again? Because I know it's come up a few times, but I just can't remember the BTs. That's the one. So, enemies. BTs. So, holding your breath. So, when you want to see a BT... so it says, when you have a BB connected, stop moving and look carefully to render a BT more visible. And so when you basically stand still, you see like the entities floating about. It's not possible if BB is suffering from autotoxemia. Not sure what that is yet. Probably overstress. And then obviously we had the other enemies, which I couldn't remember which enemies they were. But they were a different type of enemy. They didn't decide to take us on because there is BTs in the area, which is why we didn't have whatever was meant to happen with them. Okay, we're actually not that far away at all now. But yeah, when it sounds like we're underwater, that is usually the sign that there is a BT in the area. Uh-oh. Yes. Was that meant to happen? No, he jumped half a mile.
Wrong, Sam?
I don't know. It doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
Baby.
Fantastic. Alright, this looks fun.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
There's a bike here, nice one. Awesome. Benjamin Hancock. Well, whoever that is, you're a legend.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Well, I'm assuming we will need to use that bike at some point. So we might as well use it now.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome. When he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
I will take that.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
New strand established. Happy days.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
UCA member added. Distribution centre west of capital Knot City has joined the UCA. UCA membership and increased facility functionality. As more facilities join the UCA, Bridges HQ will be able to provide additional functionality to those facilities, such as the ability to fabricate equipment and weapons via the delivery terminal. The range of available weapons and equipment may increase, and new terminal functions and information may be added as things progress. Excuse me, that was the one that I see in the mules. New interview data acquired. Mules and drone syndrome. Bridge babies timefall. New features have been added to your cufflinks mail data. A new option has been added to delivery terminals. Recycle. Amazing. Chiral network coverage. Eastern region. This area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other players' structures, etc.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Beginning scan. Rest is advised. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Private room. Okay. And that Benjamin Hancock.
You there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. Temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in Capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
You just doing this demo tonight or? B3 cause I wanna go on Sims for a while, Red Heart.
Try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on.
It's not a demo, it's the full game. And I will be on it for a lot longer, don't worry.
You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its Steel Mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure.
Fabulous.
No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, and I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chiralic. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Okay. Hey, got some new figures here. Very cool. Okay, let's have a look around. Examine the table. Let's have a drink. Keep that fluid flowing. Let's use the toilets.
Nice.
Okay, we are fully refreshed. So obviously he's gonna wash or use the sink. Okay, let's look at the activate terminal. Let's have a look at that. Okay, mail. So we got mail from Benjamin Hancock and George Beton. Send a distribution centre west of capital, not city. Benjamin Hancock. Subject, sorry Sam, bad news. Excuse me. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the distro centre really appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you though. That bike you saw outside? Question mark. Its battery's dead. Oh man, that's such a shocker. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once though. Auto charger should kick in after. Sorry if we got your hopes up, and I've got some more bad news for you too. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials, so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart. Whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over at the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling teeth, getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll soon help us put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. Okay. So, what we need for the motorbike you have to give it some juice if you want to use it. So I'm guessing we'll need to find some kind of fuel. Okay, George Baton. George Baton, subject more than oxy. Sam the man, our saviour. Things are looking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I asked because it popped up with games and demos, and it usually only does that with
Yeah,
demos.
Nah.
So I thought,
it's
I'll
a
only
proper.
get like 5 minutes on Sims.
Yes, it's a proper game.
Okay. I didn't want you to think I was being weird.
No.
Alright, pissing it down outside.
Yeah.
I've just done Felix too.
Okie dokie.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
I love you.
No. Okay, so when we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot. But after a while, some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. When Central went out, I told myself this was it. America's done. Everyone was feeling it too, and the mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed on in. I know what you're thinking at first. I thought it was just the oxytocin too, but that's not it. Not all of it anyhow. You gave us the glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the chiral network. We're back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again, even watchtowers too. Before long we'll be opening up new delivery routes, mark my words. It's still scary out there, though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one and end up dropping half our equipment. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. And that's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? Question mark. So go show us how it's done. Okay. So we got a few interviews here. So it's not actual, you know, we'll read them. It's not an actual interview video style, which would have been better, but there you go. Okay, title: Mules and Drone Syndrome. Who Die Hardman When 2 years ago? Where Bridges HQ. Bridges' primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by re-establishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI-managed deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out the equation would revolutionize the entire system, but things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man, and indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so laws were put in place, and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? Question mark. All the people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them, and that brought on a whole new disorder, delivery dependence syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. It wasn't helped any by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became also all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. Okay, so I'm guessing mules are like what's the word for it? Corrupted robots, basically. So you got the BTs, which are like spiritual forms, monsters, kind of things, and then we've got the mules, which are like giant drones. Not giant drones, just drones, not giant though. Okay, title: Bridge Babies. Who Deadman When 1 year ago? Where Bridges HQ. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs if that's what you want. They call me Deadman on account of my familiarity with the dead. Get it? Question mark. We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason I work on BB maintenance and research, to learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys have already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they've discovered to practical use. Still, what they did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work had or has already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work, not how they can detect BTs or how they can reconnect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain: their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. I think that's about all I have to tell you today. Hopefully I'll have something new to share next time we chew the fat. See you around, I guess. And then we got one more interview. So, title Timefall, who, Hartman, when 3 years ago, where Bridges HQ lab. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred, and despite all the years that has passed since then, we are no longer too understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for the objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water having done so. Some researchers have gone as far as to pose this process as stealing time. As for why timefall is observed only in certain places, all that we know for certain is that it is somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. This is merely a hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception on the passage of time. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, you understand. We humans can conceive our own deaths, and even of the possibility of a place beyond death. Yes, question mark. We have the capacity to conceptualize the future and the evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. Well, what if Timefall has given us a new, supercharged version of this essential ability? Question mark. One that will take us to the next stage of our evolution? Question mark. Perhaps we wouldn't need to hole ourselves up in the knot cities. Perhaps in time the Death Stranding will come to be seen as the phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts, I'm sure you'll agree. I for one can't wait to set out our... For some reason I can't speak today. I for one can't wait to set out on our journey. Who knows what awaits us. Okay, so we've read all the interviews now. Now I don't sound like I cannot speak. We will carry on. We got a music player as well. Yeah. Trophy earned, soothing sounds. Take on a new order.
Received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Okay, little man's okay.
Tired now.
Isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save Bibi.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I'm telling you.
Sister woman in the mask has done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. Never know when you'll need to recon an area. That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised. Have a pleasant journey.
Okay. So that's where we need to head to.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Name's Sam.
So how do I put juice in it? Guess I'm gonna have to find some kind of
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Have we done it? Looks like we've done it. Cool. Cycle chiral crystals. Okay, I'm guessing we have to go back here.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges on.
Sam, chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
Okay, we recycled them, apparently.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Not a bad haul. Plenty enough for research. We'll take good care of them.
Okay. Happy days. That was pretty simple. Trophy earned, chiral crafter. Benjamin Hancock has provided design data for the following: container repair spray. New interview data: acquired chiral symmetry, chiralium. Chiral crystals can now be used at all UCA affiliated facilities. The amount of materials that can be used at the distribution centre west of capital Knot City has increased. A new option has been added to delivery terminals: claim materials.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
New materials are now available at distribution centre west of capital Knot City. Cool.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Increasing connection levels. Increasing your connection level with a facility will allow for more materials to be stored there, and will make more materials available for use. Additionally, new functionality may be provided by Bridges, and you may even receive a gift or two. We've got another trophy, the custom kit. Bridges God Mako. To use this data, gain access to a level 2 or higher structure and select customized structure. Some of this facility's bandwidth has been shared with Sam. More structures can now be built within the chiral network area. Okay. Trophy in, well connected. So we've just gained about 3 trophies from doing that. Very cool. New title earned. You have been awarded the title of Skilled Handler. Continue to strive for greater recognition. Delivery volume grade increased. You have achieved delivery volume grade 10. You can now carry more cargo. Perfect. Awesome.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
There is a correlation between elevated corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Awesome. So we gained quite a shit ton of stuff for that.
Still got work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
Mate, I've literally just done a job. What are you on about?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam? Seems like that bike's auto-charging unit is busted. If you want to take it for a spin, you'll need to use a generator to give it some juice.
A generator. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so that is where we need to head to. We got 2 more interviews. So, title, Chiral Symmetry. Who Hartman, when 3 years ago? Bridges HQ Lab. The word chiral comes from the Greek care meaning hand. Compare your left with your right. They seem similar in both size and shape, yes. Now face your palms away from you and place one hand over the other. Their shapes do not overlap exactly, but place your palms together and voila, a match. It is as if one hand is the mirror image of the other. But again, if you were to actually compare the mirror image of your hand to itself, we would see that the two are not identical. This is the essence of chirality, the state in which the mirror image of a shape does not match the original. It is being theorized that BTs are mirror images of ourselves. Were we to exist in the same point in time and space, our shapes, as it were, would not overlap neatly onto one another, save in reflection. And when our particles meet their opposites, a void out occurs. The new form of communication we have devised utilizes beaches which are akin to mirrors reflecting this world and the other, hence the term chiral network. Chiralium. Who Hartman went 3 years ago, and Bridges HQ again. You would like to know more about chiralium? Well, wouldn't we all? I am happy to present the latest theories, but you must be aware that this is all they are, theories. Chiralium, like dark matter, was born along with our universe and has existed ever since, just not in a dimension we were able to perceive. Until now, it is the beach that gives us access to that dimension, and with it knowledge of chiralium's existence. Not just knowledge of it, of course, we have since observed it coalescing into crystalline form and recorded measurable physical and mental effects on individuals exposed to it. It has reshaped our understanding of reality and proven instrumental in the formulation of the multiverse theory of beaches. Chiral matter is not affected by the passage of time as far as these particles are concerned. None have elapsed since the Big Bang. Little wonder they escaped our notice for so long, until man and BT first came together in Void Out and left nothing but chiralium in their wake. Many of these claims are yet to be verified, but I believe that there is a fair summary of the scientific community's current consensus on the matter, no pun intended. I shall soon be heading west with the first expedition, and I look forward to learning more about chiralium and its connections to the beach along the way. Okay. Cool. And then we got some new tips again. So what we need for the motorbike to work, I think it was a generator. I'm not sure where we're going to find one of them. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to... Okay.
Let's do this.
Construction complete.
cool shit. Okay, so there's obviously quite a lot of things here. That's 245 meters away. Okay, so there's quite a few things here. And then there's a post box right here. So we will post them once we've collected these materials. Make sure we're going the right way. Okay, we're actually not. But we'll do this and then we'll come back. too near that. What's the word for it? PT.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BG territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
I agree with you there, pal. It is very intense when you have to be around BGs. No, let's deliver this stuff first. Cargo has been entrusted to another player. Okay, I'll take it. It's still a win at the end of the day. Chiral crystals, very nice.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, let's deliver this. Let's build a ladder, I think. Can we build a ladder? Doesn't matter. So let's make a post box right by where our tower is. Uh-oh. Fuck's sake. Deep water, Sam can't reach the bottom and will be swept away. Okay. It's my bad then. Well, you learn something new every day. Okay. post box and a watchtower right outside
Complete.
this perfect area for it. Okay. So we've got some chiralium crystals as well.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Decontaminating suit. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Okay. Let's recycle some more chiralium or chiral crystals. Got 100 chiral crystals to recycle that.
Thank you for your continued support.
Awesome.
Thank you for your contribution. Beginning scan. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay, so we need to head over there.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome.
We need to head over there.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Okay. So attacking someone is square.
Good morning, Sam.
Can we climb this? Hey.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo. Drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
What?
Been spotted by you. Find somewhere to hold up. Look around and trust your instincts. Been busy? Seems all the mules in your vicinity have been incapacitated.
Happy days. Can we... Chauffeur boots a reporter's best friend.
Too close.
Okay, we're good. not too far away, so as much as we are carrying, it wasn't as bad as the last time. I'll take some crystals while we're along the way. Let's put some of this stuff on the right hand side. Thanks to whoever placed a post box there. The genius place to put it. But then we've got obviously water. Hey, a ladder. Legend.
This one's for you.
Okay, let's play some of this stuff. See, I'd love to make that as a delivery, but I really don't want to have to restart that whole process.
Flip that.
Chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary, damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off, but it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next order. Make sure you're not him.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Okay, so they're actually not robots, and they're more like, what's the word for them? They're people that don't want to abide by the rules, and they go out their way to steal cargo, etc. Vigilantes, that's the word for it. Okay, we're nearly there, man.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Wish I was this strong to do this.
Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Awesome. So, Bridges HQ has provided design data for the following Bridges boots. We don't need any because we just robbed them off the vigilantes by killing them. New interview data acquired. Necrosis and the ancient Egyptian view of life and death. 2 years ago, distribution center west of capital Knot City. The Chiral Network 1. Bridges HQ has added data for a new structure to your PCC. A bridge. Equip your PCC, then hold down to select it. Awesome. Travian the People's Porter.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Okay, let's recycle some chiral crystals.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
Thank you for your contribution.
Let's build a bridge.
Beginning tracks. Have a pleasant journey.
Hello.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay, why not build a bridge here? You should get a PCC. Okay, we got a weapon.
Beginning scan.
If you can.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
If you can sneak up on a mule from behind, you can use a strand to bind them. You can also use strands to avoid mule melee attacks. Although your timer will need to be just right. Okay. So we need to craft the PCC. And then let's try and build a bridge.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Fabricate a PCC.
Have a pleasant journey.
Use of weapons is prohibited.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Let's get this done.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Build this bridge. An incomplete bridge foundation. Add materials to complete construction. Bridge length will be dictated by foundation condition. Hold the select button and select structure menu and see a list of functions.
Just so you know, Sam, bistro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
Okay, so we need 800 metals. And we gain them from killing these vigilantes, basically.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay, that was very cool. Awesome, we can confirm to build the bridge. Okay, this is gonna be...
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
quite heavy. We're nearly there. It's only like right next to us.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Trophy earned. A baby blessing. Not sure what that's all about.
Please stand clear of the designated construction area. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted.
Building a bridge.
Construction complete.
How cool is that? Well, we fell off the bridge. Yeah, alright. Let me get out of the water and then we'll sort that out.